Okay, so I just got to get in here real quick. I got to open up the content. I got to go to live. I got to click on this one. I got to make sure. Okay, hold up. I got to go right here and enable this. Frankly, I'm getting sick of saying the same thing over and over. Frankly, um, those of you who are loyal and faithful, you already know what I'm about to say right now. If you are seeing this part of the stream, that tells me, that means that you are very faithful, very loyal. That means that you are watching the replay. You are watching this live stream when it ain't even live anymore. It's just a stream. I don't even know if you could call it a stream technically at that point. At that point, it's just a video. You're watching a live stream when it's not even a live stream anymore. That's unheard of. You're watching a live stream when it's just a video. You can't even call it a live stream anymore. Again, I'm just realizing right now, I don't even know if you could call it a stream anymore. It's something that has far past evolved from its original nature. You are watching what was once upon a time a live stream, and it's now just a video. And I want to thank you for doing that. I want to thank you. Because see, when people are in the moment, when it's happening in real time, and they're like, oh, I see the red thing, it says live. I kind of want to be there in the moment. I don't want to get that, I don't want them to, because, we got a lot of FOMO, a lot of FOMO-sexuals out there, a lot of FOMO sapiens. And there's people when they see it live, and it's like, that's the only reason they would even ever click on it. But if you're watching after the fact, because you're like, I got to commute, I'm at work right now, I got my earbuds in, I'm doing laundry, and you're just, that's loyal, man. That's a whole different kind of level right there, and I appreciate that. And it's taking me forever to get to the point, because I diverted right now, and I'm just being thankful right now and showing you my appreciation. But the whole point of what I was going to say, which, again, if you watch these regularly, you already know, is that I just want to say that there's a part right here at the beginning that shouldn't really be live yet. But you guys end up seeing this because YouTube makes me go live before I'm ready to go live, because I got to set some stuff correctly in the back end. So I do intend to trim this part out later. And if everything goes correct, I will do so. There has been times recently in the recent present where I have not, for one reason or another. But if everything goes according to plan, barring some unforeseen circumstance, I will trim this part out later. So I just want to say thank you to those of you who are patient with me, and you hang in there with me, and you have long suffering through all of the silliness. So I appreciate that very much. Let me change this to live, and we are gonna be good to go right now. Man, I love this song. I love this song too much. I love this song too much. I love it 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 too much. I love it. I love it too much. I love it too much. I love it too much. I love it. I love it too much. I love it. I love it too much. Now, those of you that can't hear the beat that I'm hearing in my ears, this sounds like foolishness to you, but to me, it sounds so good because I can hear the bass in the background of my favorite song, and I'm throwing some ad-libs on top of it, but you can't hear it, so you think that I sound crazy. I hear the beat dropping, and I have it so loud, maybe you could possibly hear it too, but maybe I should be a little nervous because I might get copyright struck right in the... All right, that's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get, because I'm going to get copyright struck. I'll give you a little more. That's all you get. That's all you get. And now Marilena's texting me. Marilena saw that I'm working and that I'm busy, and she's like, oh, I just realized I need to text him because he's doing something important. That's the perfect time to text him. I didn't text him all day, but I just realized that he went live. I should text him now. That makes sense. And then when I get off, she's not going to have anything to say. I love it too much. I love it too much. I'm in great danger of being copyright struck right now. But I love the song and I love you too much. I have to share it. I have to combine both of my loves together right now. This is like peanut butter and jelly. I have to combine these things together. Do you understand? I love this song too much. I love this song. You know how much I love this song? I was willing to watch advertisement replays to get myself extra plays of this song because it had already ended and then I wanted to hear it again. So I did a replay on Pandora and I got one of those annoying Granger ads, which I hate because they're big old biters and they copy the Apple commercials. This is for the ones who do, the crazy ones commercial. They blatantly copy them and rip them off. I can't stand Granger commercials. And I went through it because I love this song. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you. ARJR721. ARJR721. Kaimon is urinating. Kaimon is in the urinating facilities. Kaimon saw the Conor McGregor thumbnail and it reminded him because of the articles, because of urinating excellence. Kaimon said, now I gotta go. Now I gotta go. It's like yawning. It's like yawning. When the homie has to go pee, then you have to go pee too. I used to have a job where I had a manager and we kept going to the bathroom at the same time. Like we didn't arrange this or nothing like that. But I realized we kept ending up in the bathroom at the same time. And I remember one time I made a comment to him about, hey bro, it looks like we're on the same pee schedule. And he was like, huh. And then he was always different after that. And I don't know if it was just that or a combination of that and the fact that that's when he, you know what? I think I talked to him in the bathroom too much. He probably thought we were crossing a line. Because I remember I did talk to him too much in the bathroom. I remember another time we were in the bathroom and I was kind of embarrassed. And I thought I was being funny. I thought it was a joke. And he was going, like this was midstream, and dudes aren't supposed to talk midstream. I know this. But I think I panicked because it was weird. Because we continuously kept ending up in the bathroom at the same time together. And it got weird. And I felt like I have to address this verbally. And he was going and I was going, but see, I'm a stall guy. I don't mess around with urinals. That's too intimate for me. And he was midstream and I was midstream, but you couldn't really tell with me because I like to hit porcelain, But you could tell with him. I don't know why. It was a urinal. I don't know, like there was a puddle or what. I don't understand. But he was going and I was going, and then I said, well, now you know. And he's like, huh? And then I went, I'm a stall guy. And I thought that was funny. And he laughed. I don't know if it was genuine. But again, it was never the same after that. I did talk to him too much in the bathroom. You're not supposed to talk. It's kind of like bro code. You're not supposed to talk in the bathroom. I remember I would be with homies when we would work in a building and we'd be walking down the hall together, talking, chopping it up. And then as soon as we got in the bathroom, it was like we went mute. And then we did our business and then we came out as they started talking again. It's like, it's just against the rules, Anyway, Camon's in the bathroom right now. Marloca! Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Jesse, and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts, and this is my prima, Marloca. Jane Caulfield with the, you know what? I was feeling bad last night. Jane Caulfield. I was just gonna say something mean right now. I was gonna say Jane Caulfield. I don't even want to say it. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to put that kind of connotation out there. But I made a comment the other day about some lady's arms, and you said something, and I felt bad. Because you said you were like, I got arms like that, the T-Rex arms. Remember when I said that? But I thought, you know what? I think that's amazing if that's true, because it's like you've adapted to your environment. It's almost like a form of evolution. And I think that's pretty cool, because if you're doing that food truck grind, having like short arms, it's kind of like Wing Chun. You're in there all day, like making transactions, taking dollars, making change, flipping tacos. Like you're like, hold up, you want a packet of mustard, and you grab it, and then here's the ketchup. Like everything's right here. If your arms were too long, it would be like cumbersome, you know? Long arms don't belong in the food truck business. Like, could you imagine like Shaquille O'Neal trying to run a food truck? It wouldn't make any sense. But you were so meant for what you're doing right now. Like that's your niche. Like you've literally adapted to the grind, and I think that's beautiful. I think it makes sense. Kind of just like I was talking about it with a relative not that long ago, like big shoes. And I don't mean like large shoes. I mean like big tobacco, big water, big toothpaste, big shoes. Cause you know, we weren't meant to have shoes on our feet. And you know how like, I think, and I don't know whoever's at the top. I don't know who you want to say. I don't know if you want to say the government. I don't know if you want to say the Illuminati. I don't know if you want to say Michelle Obama. I don't know, whatever, however you want to look at it. Our patas were not meant to have like this, to look like, you know, backward slices of pizza, you know? They're supposed to, that's why when they have those real shoes and the toes are all splayed out like normal, like people that live in villages and jungles and stuff like that, that's why they were so much more athletic, and they could like jump off of trees, and they could run so fast and everything, and they could carry large weight because they had, you know, they were rooted in the earth and stuff like that. Now we got those funky little pointy feet, toes that go in because the shoes that they design go like this. Imagine how good the highest top of the line athletes we have right now would be, even just normal people, if our feet weren't all distorted. You know how like in different cultures they put like things on their necks so they can have like 2 foot long necks, or they put stuff around their waist and stuff like that. That's basically what we let these people at the top get away with our shoes, and we didn't say anything. It's got to be the shoes. It's got to be the shoes. Michael Jordan tried to tell us. Like 3 decades ago. He tried to tell us. I can't believe they didn't suicide him. He was trying to tell us in the commercials, on the world stage, Nike, NBA. That's probably why the NBA didn't want to get involved. Do you remember? I was watching a documentary not that long ago. Apparently the NBA, they didn't want that. They didn't want the whole Nike thing and Air Jordan. They were vehemently against it. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Hey, if anything happens to me, the Grandmaster didn't kill himself. He has a very bad diet and probably high cholesterol, probably pre-diabetic, but he didn't kill himself. I just realized right now, I'm not saying the NBA's behind it or they're the only one behind it, but they're aware. Michael Jordan tried to tell us it's got to be the shoes. He told us it's got to be the shoes. And we got these sciatica, and we got people with plantar fasciitis, and we got like hemorrhoids and thyroids and asteroids and like Tourette's. Like you don't understand. Like our patas are literally what ground us to the earth. It's literally what keeps us grounded to the earth. It's one of the 9 ancestral tenets. And Big Shoes has found a way. The one connection, the thing that brings us closest to being in sync and aligned with and grounded to the earth, to nature. They said, chale, we're going to contaminate this. It's got to be the shoes. And I'm trying to remember what the missing link was. I'm trying to remember the missing link from talking about urinating to big shoes. I have urinated on my shoes. I mean, that's not the missing link. I'm trying to find a transition here. That's not it. But while we're on the topic, I have urinated on my shoes. I believe all men have done it. All men have done it. I have been at the Olive Garden and urinated on my shoes. I've done it. It happens. I remember one time I was in a stall in a public restroom because, you know, people don't usually have stalls in their houses. And it splashed and it got on my lip. And I thought I was going to die. And the frustrating thing is that I don't even know if something transpired from that event because I already was getting fever blisters since I was like 11 years old. So I can't even tell. Anyway. Oh, I was talking about Jane Caulfield's arms. Okay. I looked up right now and I saw Jane Caulfield's name. So the only reason I share this with you, I only bring this with you to let you know that I think we adapt to our environment, whether positively or negatively. And I think that's what happened with big shoes. Take off your shoes tonight and look at them. Now, I'm going to be honest. I am someone, and people in my personal life clown on me for this all the time, talk about blah, 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 blah. I never, ever, 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 ever am without shoes. I sleep in shoes often. I've been in the ocean with shoes on. People have taken pictures of me. I'm not saying like I was spotted in the wild. I'm talking about like relatives. I've been out at Pismo Beach in my boots, and people take pictures because they think it's funny. Because I'm not a never nude. I'm not like Tobias. I'm not full like never nude, but I will always be more clothed than not. I walk into the water at Pismo with my jeans on, with my boots on. Now, I ain't gonna go in there with my dickies. I'm not going to disrespect like that. I'm not going to walk in there and get all the salt water on my chanclas. But I go in there with my jeans and my boots on. I don't like to take off my socks. It feels so intimate. Like there's parts of me that are very Middle Eastern, you know? Like I'm not going to be showing my skin to people. Like I get it. And I know they get a lot of criticism and stuff for it, but I get it. If I got the option, I'm going to be more clothed than less clothed. I feel weird about that. I feel very exposed. And you know what? I thought about something very interesting the other day. And I talked about it before on here. And I'm not going to forget that Jane Caulfield is the one that started all of this. I'm going to be back. And I've seen some donations and I've seen some memberships come through. And I'm going to get to them, but I got to finish. I got to bring this back around. I've talked about it on the stream before, how I think it's wild and it's weird that people go to the beach with stuff all up their butt. And they're like basically naked. But let's say they went from the beach straight into like Starbucks or a library, right? Then it's weird, right? Then you could get arrested. Then it's like, you know, obstruction of modesty, or, you know, I don't know what they call it. And people are like, what's the beach? It's the beach. That's how you're supposed to do it. No. You know why? Because movies and media and entertainment and culture and society have told you over the most recent decades that that's what you're supposed to do. Because I was watching some video the other day, not even related to that topic. And it brought up a bunch of people from like the 20s and 30s and 40s. And they had like full body suits. The men and the women. Not just the women. I'm not saying like women, cover yourselves. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the men and the women. They had like I remember it didn't occur to me. I would watch the Three Stooges when I was little. And Curly and Moe and Larry, they would have like on full body suits when they were in the water. And I didn't even think anything about it. Maybe that's what instilled that modest nature within me, the Three Stooges. I didn't even think about that before. But all I'm saying is, it's not normal. It's been normalized. But you can normalize anything. You could normalize anything. And people are. They're definitely doing that. That's kind of like the goal of the last few decades. Let's normalize everything. But I just think that's interesting because I've always been on the cusp of being a never nude. And it's just something that I feel funny. Like people always make fun of me. And then I get very defensive about it. And then I start ranting about it. Because I'll get in the beach with my flannel on and my jeans and my boots and my beanie. And people are hating on me. And I'm like, hey, I'm not the weirdo. You're the weirdo. This is very recent. For centuries, people were getting in the water with overalls and full body wetsuits. I'm not the freak. You're the freak. And usually when you're shouting in an ocean with a beanie and flannels and jeans and boots, I'm not the freak, you're the freak. Everyone pretty much decides as a whole, as a group, that you're the freak. So I can't win that argument, and I won't. And I get that. I get it. But about Jane Caulfield's arms, I think yours evolved in a beautiful way. I think it's suitable to your environment and it makes sense and it helps you to thrive and be successful. I think in other ways we do that backwards. Big shoes, I'm gonna burn all my shoes. I'm gonna get rid of all my shoes. Chanclas make sense because chanclas won't restrict your toesies. Now, even if you buy socks that are too firm, too restrictive, they will act just as the shoe acts. Because you think you might be getting around it. You go take all your shoes to Goodwill and you're like, I'm just going to wear socks from now on. It's the same thing. You gotta taste test your socks, you know? And they get mad at me when I do this. When I go to Ross and I taste test the socks and I try on different ones. And I could understand it because I have struggled with you know, athlete's foot and foot fungus and stuff like that, which is not my fault. People get staph infection all the time. You know what I don't think is fair? You could get staph infection and you're a hero. You get staph infection, that's like having cauliflower ears. Bro, he got staph infection? Bro, how much does that dude roll? That dude's he's got staph infection? That's basically like getting a gold medal. He's doing his thing. He's putting work in. But you get foot fungus? That's like wearing the scarlet letter. You get foot fungus, there ain't no fanfare. It's nothing but shame. It's not fair. I don't understand it. It's a double standard. I want to say thank you to Notoriously Noah. He said, hello, sexy. Hello, sexy. Thank you, Notoriously Noah. I love the alliteration of your name. I like how it just rolls off the beanie. I appreciate you. I thank you for being here. He is a legend to the game. He's been with us, rocking with us for years. Jane Caulfield says, I think I have normal arms, but they retract in, maybe for easier movement. See, I'm telling you, they're adapting in real time. At some point, nose candy behavior in all genders becomes one. Hold on, I gotta let you have this. Okay, I can't let you have more than that. But you know, at some point, nose candy behavior in all genders becomes one and the same. Don't do drugs, kids. Graduate from there. Man. There. You're right. You're right. You're right. When Terry's right, Terry's right. All right, let me see. ARJR72. Okay. New achievement unlocked. New achievement. So ARJR721, I want to tell you something. And I'm afraid to say any more names because I don't want to leave anybody out. I don't want to leave anybody out. But I think we could all agree. I mean, ARJR721 is given like 100 memberships in the last few days. So everyone that has given memberships in the last whatever, I want you to know that YouTube is taking notice. And we've talked about this before. You guys have brought it up. That you want... Okay, so you guys already know this. You guys know that PayPal and Cash App is instant money. That's money that I could use immediately. That's why people always give there. And that's crazy. And that's very helpful. But some of you have also been saying, I want to give on YouTube specifically because I want YouTube and the algorithm to know that this channel is active and this channel is making money. And when this channel makes money, YouTube makes money. That's how you make YouTube fall in love with you. When you're making money, they make money. They definitely get their cut. So YouTube is noticing, and I saw when I logged in today, new achievement. Wow. I don't know if they're being condescending or what. Passive aggressive. Wow. 400 members. That it does sound condescending now that I think about it. Wow. 400 members. That's a lot. They don't even put an exclamation mark on that's a lot. Just that's a lot. This community you've built is something. Hey, I didn't build it. I got the people out here. I got the people out here with the tools. I got the people out here swinging these hammers. This community you've built is something really special. Keep it up. We are on the road to 2 million. They are taking notice. They're going to start blasting this thing. People are gonna start talking at YouTube headquarters. This channel is making money, therefore we are making money. We need to keep pushing it so that it can make more money, so that we can make more money. And then ARJR 721 swoops in right here, and he throws down 10 more memberships. And I want to say congratulations to those who are who just come up on a membership. Wait a minute. Why isn't it showing their names? Wait a minute. What's going on? Wait a minute. What's happening? Jessica Maldonado! Super Blood Wolf Moon. Yo, look at the moon in real life. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it yet. I don't think it's dark enough yet. I can't see it yet. It's too bright where I am. It's not that late where I am yet. But I'm going to look at it. Oh! Thank you. I love looking at the moon. I love looking at the moon. I'm always trying to catch the people on lunchtime when they step out of the center of the moon. Wait a minute. Who got the gift? Wait a minute. I don't. Terry, I think this week, look, I'm going to keep this part brief. I was having some mad major conversations with Marilena recently. Whatever. I think I'm going to start hitting stuff on the channel hard this week. Hopefully everything goes the way I want it tomorrow. I'm going to be treating this like full time for the first time in a while if everything goes according to plan. I'm very confused. Why isn't it showing who got the memberships? Am I missing something? Are you guys seeing something I'm not? Did anybody get it? Wait a minute. Wait, what's going on? Okay, so Army 3275, you just got one right now, or did you get one yesterday? Hamza, TXCHH, don't play with me. Hamza, 100%. I wish he was yeah. Guru says I should never be nude. Socks must stay on at all times. Yeah, I don't know why people walking around Target showing their feet like I want to see their toes, man. Put that stuff away. I can't understand. I'll be at Subway trying to get a sweet onion chicken teriyaki, and I'm looking at some dude's toes. I want to see that, bro. Put that away. Acting like you're at the beach or something. I don't even want to see your toes at the beach. Not even the little toe. Not even the little one that kind of curves in that you can't even really see it. It looks like the dude only has 4 toes. I don't even want to see the little one. And that's another thing that Big Shoes did. They curved in that little one. Do you understand? You know how they say that we are only using 1.5% of our brain? You know how they always say that we haven't even figured out how to activate like telekinesis and stuff like that? It's the same thing. We're only using like 45% of our foot power. I don't even know how to explain to you the dexterity, like the power, the agility it would add to our foot and our body as a whole if we had use of that fifth toe, that little pinky toe. That toe has basically become nullified and made useless by Big Shoes. Everybody has that freakish little toe that turns in at the bottom. It's not even like a real toe. It's just like this little nubbin thing that we got. I'm having a problem, but I really want to shout out the people that got these gifts. What? Wait, how are other people seeing it? Okay, Ego Death. Ego Death says he got one. Why didn't it announce it? I never heard of a Never Nude. That's like King Lu. Hey, it's on you gotta watch Arrested Development. Oh my gosh. Arrested Development is just one of the gifts to this earth. But you can't put it on and like do your laundry. You gotta sit there and take notes. You gotta tell everyone to shut up and go to sleep. You gotta focus on it. Don't disrespect the show by not giving it 105%. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm seeing. So, Kitty Pigeon, you got one right now too? Finally? Terry, I agree. It has nothing to do with not being proud of how you look, or it's all about modesty. It's all about, and I'm not gonna go too hard on that because I know I'm the odd one out here, and everyone's just gonna be like, "Oh, you're a square, you're a weirdo." I get it. People don't like to hear stuff like that, but it has nothing to do with being ashamed of your body. It's just like, first of all, I'm not gonna do just something just because everyone else is doing it, and I just don't feel right doing it. I don't feel comfortable. I don't want another dude knowing what my nipples look like. You know, that's weird to me. I want the dude to wonder if I even have any. He shouldn't even know if I have any. Actually, I don't want him thinking about them at all. Hey, Angel, you know what it is? I haven't had some green tea matcha lemonade in like 2 weeks. And it's time. I had MRSA on my lip once. I got it at a gas station bathroom. You never know if I didn't tell you. The only plastic surgery I've had. Oh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me see if I could do it like this. Let me see if I can figure it out like this, and then I'm gonna let it go. Tarito Rufle. GM, did Marilena understand the power of the beanie? The power of the beanie. Did Marilena understand the power of the beanie? What do you mean? Were you on the stream last night? Are you talking about just like? Are you talking about like? Are you basically just asking me like how things went? Or did I say something about the power of my beanie the other day? I can't remember. People be walking around in shorts smaller than my underwear. I know. I think it's just an excuse for people to be cochinos and cochinas. And it's like there's a time and a place to do that. If you want to go be naked, go to the club, go do whatever. Go be where other people specifically want to do that. But don't go and do it where there's little kids just trying to be kids. Don't do it where there's people just trying to focus on family. Don't do it where you got Conor McGregor type dudes and they're just gonna break their lady's heart because and I'm not saying it's your fault or your problem that there's idiot cochinos out there, but it's like, bro, we're living in a society. Like, I want to make a comment. I want to say something like, hey, if you want to help your society not have a bunch of burglars and robbers, you know, don't leave keys in your car, you know, and don't leave all your jewelry and expensive things in front of your front window in your house with the blinds open, you know. But at the same time, it shouldn't be your problem to make sure other people aren't doing the wrong thing. I get that. Because that's the first thing people go to. It's not my fault that they're gross. It's not my fault. I'm just doing this because me and my friends think it's cute. I get it. But you're living in a fantasy land. You're living in a fantasy land if you don't realize that you just have to. I'm sorry if you don't like it. The real world that you live in is a world where you have to consider others. You have to. Just like I'm telling my kids as they're, they think about it and ask questions, like when you're driving on the road. And it's the same thing my parents told me. You have to think about the other driver. You can't just see the light green and go. You can't just know you counted to 3 seconds at the stop sign and go. You got to think about the idiots over here. Because if they're texting, if they're drinking, if they had a seizure and fell asleep or whatever, and you just be like, oh, green light, go, you're dead. You have to think about that idiot. If he makes a stupid decision and you don't account for that and you don't consider that, now you're messed up. You have to. I'm sorry. Again, you're not living in paradise. You're not living in Eden. That's how it is. You have to accommodate for and adjust for and make room for and consider that someone else might do something stupid and you just have to adjust to that. You got to call constant audibles. I'm sorry. Tarinto, long story short, slowly but surely. There's proof. The proof is in the beanie. There's just a lot of history there. A lot of broken promises, I have to admit. A lot of failures. But we're doing our best to get to a good place. Jairo! Now that you mention it, why you got weird nibs? And prove that you don't. I had them surgically removed like Bruce Lee. It's because I run a lot. I haven't lately, but I would wake up every morning and run like 7 miles. And I would chafe too much like Andy Bernard. So I had my nipple surgically removed. So look, I want to stick shift as anti-theft for real. I used to work at a car dealership. And it was so embarrassing when I'd have to ask for assistance from somebody because I didn't know how to drive stick. And you just found that out right now. And I'm embarrassed. That is one of my flaws. I can't drive stick. It's embarrassing. I've made a huge mistake. Hey, one of my favorite one of my favorite parts. Oh, one of my favorite parts, and I think about it often. And I love when it comes on in the car and I just zone out. The dun, 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 dun. Who's gonna drive you home? Who's gonna tell you when? Can't go on. Oh my gosh, I love those parts. Oh man, Job is the best. Okay, I'm gonna get to my topic. I'm gonna get through this real quick, but I really want to come. By the way, I want to apologize to you because I know there's people out there anxious. I know there's people that have been dying to get their hands on a quantity over quality t-shirt. I know that there's been people trying to rock one of these. I know there's people this ain't the blessed era. This ain't the stressed era. This is that quantity over quality era. And ironically, we're bringing you quality in mass amounts, aka quantities. And I've been talking about this shirt and I've been posting about this shirt. And apparently, I had no idea. Marilena just let me know because she's always trying to be my manager and she thinks she knows what she's doing. Unfortunately, this time she was correct, and it's going to take a while till we live that one down. I've been pushing and promoting this shirt, and I didn't realize, and I posted it on the website I even have some different prints on there. It's in the link below in the description right now. You can find it right now. But apparently there was a button I was supposed to push to actually make it live so you could buy it. And I didn't know that, and I didn't do it. So I've been talking about the shirt, promoting the shirt, pushing the shirt, wearing the shirt, sporting the shirt, letting you know how good it looks, letting you know about that crazy quality right here. Basically, it might as well be Pro Club. I've never had a shirt with this kind of quality right here. I took it out the bag and I was like, what the is it's like I'm wearing it's like hoodie. Like hoodie material. It's so thick. And I was talking about it and pushing it, and I didn't even make it live. Now, how did you see it? How was it public? How was it visible, but yet not live at the same time? That I will never understand. But apparently you could buy it now. So I apologize for that. I know that there's been people that have been waiting to get one. And I'm sorry to have let you down. Oh, one other thing I should do before I get to my topic. I think I have a hack. I think I have a way to figure out how to find out who got gifted right now. Let's see how up to date this is. Okay. Okay. I found it. So, let me say them right now. Hopefully you're all still here. It hasn't been that long ago. I want to say congratulations to Mr. Lopez, Jack Shaw, Ego Death, The Five, Army 3275, Ja, or J.A., J. Cal, Resilience, Randy, Fur, and the one and only Kitty Pigeon. Finally, we now have a grand total. We have we have 427 members. 427 members. We have never been closer to 2 million. Never been closer to 2 million. We're on the road to 2 million. It's unprecedented. It's never been done before. But neither have the heights been reached as we have reached with the All of a Sudden podcast. And I want you guys to give yourself a hand for that as well. This is not an episode of the All of a Sudden podcast. This is just something extra. But as I've let you know, we are in episode 7. I think we've gotten to so far, the All of a Sudden podcast. And it is the number 1. And this is because of you guys. It is currently the number 1 MMA topic related podcast on YouTube hosted by a Mexican grandmaster. Number 1. And that's only because of you guys. And I want to thank you for that. AF bomb. I've thought about that before. She tries to, and she's wanted to, and I've resisted because I feel like we do enough things together. You know what I'm saying? I don't need her trying to weasel her way into this world. You know what I'm saying? So look it. I wanna let you know what's going on with the Conor McGregor situation. Conor McGregor just released a video, or someone released it. Could have been him. It could have been Conor McGregor. It could have been someone hating on Conor McGregor, trying to make fun of him. Or it could have been someone hired by Conor McGregor, someone under the advisement of Conor McGregor. He could be the one behind this. Tarinto should shout out to truthers, specifically ARJR and William. Shout out to the truthers, specifically ARJR 721 and William Mitchell. Remember the names. you people have made what's been happening on here possible lately, and you have been reinvigorating me. You have been encouraging and motivating me, and I am excited to wake up. I'm excited to wake up tomorrow. You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna start my MMA shift. I'm gonna start my MMA. Camo's out of the bathroom. He's out of the bathroom. Went to sleep early, showed up late. What up, chat? Camon was in the bathroom like Austin Powers. You know when he keeps cutting it off, but then he comes back? He was doing that Austin Powers type. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to run. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to go for a run. You know why? Because I'm going to start my MMA. I'm going to start tomorrow like if it's New Year's. Like it's New Year's resolution. I'm going to start tomorrow filled. I'm going to be filled. I'm going to fill my beanie. I remember when I was a little kid and I would go to Save. No, I wasn't Save Mart. I would do it at the AC Market in Orange Cove. I would shove my hand. Have you ever been to those stores and they have like big old tubs like filled with like hundreds of pounds of rice and like beans and stuff like that? I remember I would shove my whole arm in there when I was little, and the workers would get mad at me. Or I would go like arm deep, like elbow deep. No, like underarm deep in the rice. And now I realize how messed up and gross that is. Like I wouldn't want to eat rice like that now. I wouldn't want to buy rice like that. Seen some dirty little kid do that. But I was that dirty little kid. So I'm visualizing right now. I'm going to go like underarm deep into like a big tub of dopamine. And I'm going to be filling my beanie with dopamine like if it was Easter eggs in my Save Mart bag. I'm going to start my MMA YouTube shift tomorrow full of dopamine. Because I don't want to do what I did in the past. I don't want to, I go to sleep at 4 a.m. and I wake up at 12:30 and I'm groggy and I'm angry. Okay, let me see. Let me go to Google and let's see what's happening in UFC today. Let me see. Conor McGregor. Okay, he did something. There's new charges. Okay, is it the same charges before? They're new ones, but it's basically the same. It's cookie cutter charges. He did the same thing like the last. Okay. Let me see. John Jones. People are still mad at John Jones. Is he the GOAT? A lot of people think he's the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. Okay. Let me see. Dana White did something. People are saying that it was a stupid business move. He should retire. Okay. What am I going to make a video about? I don't know. No. I'm going to start the morning. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to get the dopamine going. I'm excited. And I'm not gonna try to make a 10-minute video out of nothing. I'm not gonna try to make nothing into it. I'm not gonna try to make the latest Conor McGregor civilian punch into a 15-minute video. I'm gonna make a short. I'm gonna plan my stream. I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna surprise you. And I'm gonna be on all platforms. And if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, I feel like I missed one. I'm going to be putting them on everything. Because you know what I noticed? I've had so many different fighters and even celebrities follow me, comment on my stuff, or even send me a DM and like stuff on Instagram. That's always been the one that has had the most potential for like something really happening, you know? I always put on my huevos in YouTube. But I gotta be smarter. And Instagram has, I don't know why I haven't gone harder in there. It's always made that kind of opportunity on there. But yes, shout out to you people. You've been motivating me. You've been putting in work. And I want to get up and do the right thing tomorrow. I've been doing cardio for the first time in my entire life. Looking good, feeling good, eating decent, for real, trying to hit macro goals. That's a huge difference in energy, in general feeling. Hey, bro, Hey, I'm happy to hear that, bro. Congratulations. It'll just make you feel so good. I remember like I feel like it's been bro, I feel like it was when I started selling cars. I just fell off. Like I stopped exercising and everything. Every once I would become like a weekend warrior, you know? And I would just pump, like I would just try to get a pump like crazy and try to strength. I didn't have all the time to do cardio, so I would just lift heavy here and there. But when I used to get up and run, man, I would feel good. I was drinking a bunch of water. I was eating light. Jairo, Connor, and John back in the testing pool. They didn't mount the cup. White House might be real. I still take a vine out of grapes and eat them walking around the grocery store free of charge via my pocket. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. That's a felony. Oh, no. Jairo, I've been undercover. You're under arrest. Bro. I'm glad. I don't know why people are hating. Both of these dudes say they're back in the testing pool. Immediately, everybody starts hating. You don't want to see the two people that have brought the most drama, entertainment, talking, memes, stories, action all to the sport ever. You don't want this? I love it. Bro, be careful out there, Jairo. Be careful. So listen. Conor McGregor has had training footage released. It could have been someone that shouldn't have leaked it and they did it without his permission. It could have been him releasing it and it was, per his orders. We have no idea right off the bat, right? What we do know is everybody's making fun of it. People are clowning on him. People are saying that he was slow. He looked weak. He looked tired. It was very unflattering. And I'm always so shocked at people's reaction to stuff like this. And again, it oftentimes involves John Jones and Conor McGregor. And recently it happened with Khamzat Chimaev in a different way, where it became the narrative and it was almost like marketing. It almost feels like these people are in it together. Michael Bisping puts out that video talking about Khamzat Chimaev's cardio. That's his secret weapon. It's going to be his secret weapon. He's training on it. He's getting his cardio right, and that was the only thing that he was missing, which, again, I wasted a bunch of time saying it in another stream. Maybe Chimaev is not well known for his cardio. Maybe that's not something that people would lead with. Maybe that's not his absolute strongest thing, which it doesn't need to be. But it's also not what people have made it out to be. He appeared to not have fantastic cardio after bouts with COVID because he completely abandoned his game plan. Now, I said it before. I know you already heard it. If you train to play baseball, and then you run out and play an NBA game, you're going to look tired. Because that's not what you specifically trained and conditioned for. Haven't you ever experienced yourself? I've heard other people say it that I've done stuff with. I think I've kind of experienced it myself as well with a couple things where, let's say you could run miles and miles and miles. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to stop because I got stuff to do. And maybe it's a little hot. And I know I could go farther, but I'm going to stop. I'll do some more tomorrow. But then you like wrestle for 5 minutes and you feel even more tired than when you were running. Or you could like lift weights. You could lift real heavy weights, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just pump, lift heavy weights. I mean, like putting work in. And then you go hit a heavy bag for 10 minutes and you feel like you're going to die. If you're not specifically training for something regularly, it's going to wear you out. So I think he got that bad rep only because he abandoned what he had specifically trained for, and it threw off things. And now he's in a camp and people are saying, well, now he's working on that, so now he's good. Now he's more well-rounded. He's coming in with this secret weapon because DJ Dillashaw was talking about that because Dillashaw is from the Jackson camp where Chimaev's training. They're boys. And it's all marketing. They're trying to build up the Jackson camp. And then Bisping picked up on what Dillashaw was saying, and now he's putting it out there. So what I'm trying to say, the only reason I share this with you, the only reason I bring this to you is because it's marketing. They're trying to put a narrative out there. And it's the same thing with Conor McGregor now. And Conor McGregor may be a genius. I just got a Cash App notification right here. Bro. Chuck Fury from FuriousComedy.com. And for someone with the name Fury, he's really a kind individual. And I appreciate him. And he is. And I don't say this lightly. And I know you hear me say it for a number of people in here. And he's one of the qualifying members. Chuck Fury is absolutely you said it, a pillar. He's a pillar of this MMA community. And he slapped down 5 big ones. And he says, driving from Vegas to Salt Lake, thank you for being on. And you know what? Thank you, Chuck Fury. That's why I'm on. I always tell you guys, I want to be there for people commuting, people traveling, people doing their yard work, people doing laundry, people that have hiding their earbuds behind their beanies when they're working, doing that night shift. That's beautiful. I love to hear it. He's probably out there going on his way to do a gig right now, trying to bring joy to some people, trying to make some people laugh. Or he's going to the club. I don't know. Truly a pillar of the community. Thank you, Chuck Fury. Thank you. Good luck. Have fun out there. Be safe. Conor McGregor has footage out there, and people are laughing. They're making fun of it. They're saying he's slow and weak, and he needs to retire. He needs to stop peeing in cups. And I'm not talking about peeing in cups like we've all done. We've all done when we were younger and single, and we didn't want to have to walk all the way down the hall to the bathroom. And I have noticed these days, more and more men are talking about it. We're shedding that shame, you know. We're accepting and embracing it. I'm happy to see it, because I received a lot of flack for it, and now a lot of people are coming out and showing support of each other. But people are saying that he needs to stop peeing in cups, and he needs to give it up. He needs to wrap it up, turn him in. And I think what he's doing is creating a narrative just like Chamoyev. I think that Conor McGregor knows what he's doing. I think he's a clown. I think he's a jester. I think he's a troll. What is the smartest thing for someone in his position to do? To come back after all these years, start peeing in cups again. He's trying to make himself look worse than he is. He's trying to make his opponent underestimate him. It's a brilliant move. It's just like when you go to Walmart and you know you're strapped. You want to keep it hidden under your sweater. You don't want to show it off. I never understood when people walk around brandishing it. I never understood when people walk around showing it off, trying to let people know what's up, letting it bulge out of the waistband. You want to keep it hidden. That way, if someone rolls up on you, you got the element of surprise. If you let them see your piece, if you let them see your weapon, yes, I have seen Scent of a Woman. If you let them see your piece, they're going to plan. They're going to scheme. They're going to come at you premeditated. You don't want that. You don't want fools coming at you premeditated. You got to make them think that they have the higher ground, that they have the upper hand, and you keep that element of surprise. That's exactly what Conor McGregor's doing. He's laughing on his yacht right now. He's reading the comments. And all that's going to do is get into the mind of his future opponent, and that's what they're going to plan for. Look at how slow he is when he picks up that back foot. Look at how long it takes that kick to travel from the canvas to his opponent. Look at how slow he is with that backhand. Look at how he's dropping his hand here and there. Look at how he's breathing heavy. Beautiful. It's masterful. Why wouldn't a trained professional fighter do something like this? Why isn't everybody doing stuff like this? It's mind games. Tarito Ruthless, pink cheese, green go. What the heck? Pink cheese, green goes. GM, top 3 favorite wrestlers. Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bro, that's a tough one. Like, my mind immediately wants to say Mankind. Like, Mankind has a special place in my heart, man. He was just such a savage. Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mankind. But bro, are there some runners up? Macho Man, Razor Ramon. I really love Tatanka. I always like Big Van Vader. Everyone else kind of just like... I mean, I love wrestling, but my favorites are my favorites. Like, they're on such a far, totally different level. Like, I don't even hesitate to like, oh, what about Bret Hart? What about Kevin Nash? What about... Gotta be Undertaker too, right? I kind of feel bad that I didn't immediately say Undertaker. But it's gotta be Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, and Mankind for sure, for sure. Razor's Edge, heck yeah. Where does Benoit rank, bro? I don't know, man. Trying to think of my best answer to that one. I haven't made a decision on Benoit. I gotta look at all the facts. I gotta look into all the facts. Shades Cow, thanks for the inspiration. I'm doing a lap right now. Bro. Doing a lap right now. That's what I'm talking about. See, Shades Cow's getting me all hyped up right now. Now I want to go do a lap. That's what's up, Shades Cow. Get it, man. Get it. Okay, so look. You can't kill your family and be anywhere near good. Yeah. Man. There's something about the Benoit story that it's like, I want to be very careful to not be disrespectful, like, to the reality of the situation. But man, I can't help but like, there is some suspicious nature around that whole event. I mean, we hate to think of it like that way, right? Because we grew up on this thing, entertainment, and, you know, something that we love. But when you got an organization as big as the WWF, and it's not only that, you get the TV networks involved, you get all these moguls at the top that you never hear their names. You know, people like Vince McMahon end up just being the face, and there's a bunch of other people pulling the strings. You never even know their names. You got all these governmental and Illuminati figures involved and stuff like that. And it's like, at that point, organizations that big with that much power, they might as well be the mafia. And it's like, I mean, also you got to look into like, well, what the heck? I mean, it's not like Chris Benoit was some kind of like spy or anything like that. Like, why would they come after him? But then you got to consider like the stuff they were having him use and give to him, and steroids and CTE, and oh man, it's so messed up. And then there was the whole narrative a lot of people say with him and Eddie Guerrero, and maybe he didn't want some stuff to come out. I don't know. And again, I don't want to say messed up stuff, but there's some stuff out there to consider. It's messed up. I know it's touchy, but man, I wonder. So look, there's one possibility out there. It's a strategy. It's a beautiful, smart strategy from Conor McGregor. He knows. I was looking at an article today, and I didn't even realize, because I don't sit down and do the math. I don't care about that fool that much. But apparently, Conor McGregor hasn't won a fight in like 9 years or something like that. Or like the only fight he's won within 9 years was against Cowboy Cerrone, which was a dive. Tarito Rufles. Vince got into a limo and it was blown the week before. No way. Is that for real? How did I not know that? That's what I'm saying. I mean, stop. Wait, was that part of the story though? Am I being like Joe Rogan right now, thinking the AI videos are real? Was that part of the storyline, or did that happen for real? Because then there's that. There's Guerrero. There's Owen Hart. There's Chris Benoit. Even Bret Hart has had suspicions and has come out saying that he thinks they killed Owen Hart, and that's for real. WWE let Owen Hart die on pay-per-view, and they continued the show worse than the Montreal. I watched that. I remember I was watching that event when Owen Hart died, and I was so confused. Hulk and Vince almost died the same day. Dang. Oh, it was a storyline and it was canceled. Okay, look. So, it's a beautiful, amazing strategy for someone in the position of Conor McGregor to do what he's doing. What do you think he's going to do? Do you think it would be intelligent for him to show his exact game plan? To show how crisp and clean and fast and powerful he is? Why would he give some... I mean, if we could credit Conor for something, it's for being a businessman. For crafting things and strategizing things. Now, he may be a Looney Tune. He may be a wild man. He may be reckless. But look at what he's done business-wise. Look at what he's carved out for himself. So he knows it wouldn't be a smart business decision to just put everything out there for his future opponent to meticulously tear apart and strategize and plan for. So I think the first possibility is that this was some simple, very logical marketing. Hey, everybody, let's get together. Let's film this. Let's release it. Just like John Jones. I'll be the laughing stock. I'll be the scapegoat. I'll take the heat. I'll have everyone trolling and laughing at me. And then I'll make sure that my opponent's looking at this when we fight. And then I'm going to go in there and shut everybody up. Genius. He would be an idiot if he was showing real legitimate looking, strong, amazing sparring footage. That would be the dumbest thing he could do right now. The second option that it could be, the second reason Conor McGregor potentially fooled you is because you think that he's in there looking bad. You think he's looking slow and sloppy and sluggish, right? You're leaving mean comments criticizing Conor McGregor right now. I watched the video. I watched it multiple times. I watched it a couple times with the sound off. And then I watched it a few times with the sound abnormally loud. I watched it from every angle, in every form and fashion. And I realized something that I haven't heard anybody else talking about. Nobody else has mentioned this. The dude that Conor was training with, the dude that was holding the pads. Now, can anybody beat me to it? Can anybody finish my sentence? What am I going to say? The dude that was holding the pads. What am I going to say about him? Oh my goodness. And you know what doesn't make any sense right now? And I'm angry. ARJR721 just gifted 10 Mexican martial arts memberships. I almost can't even find anyone in the chat that's not a member. All the names are green. Almost every single person I can find on here is a member. So, ARJR721 just gifted 10 more memberships. Wait a minute. Okay, so there's something very weird going on today. There's no music playing. Are you guys not getting... Okay, what is happening? That's what I was just going to say. ARJR721. It's frustrating me that YouTube is not saying who the members are, so I can't shout them out, and there's no music. What is happening? Let me check on something which shouldn't have changed. But I almost can't find anybody that's not a member. I can't be a member because of country politics? What? Come on. Okay, let me see if there's something. This is frustrating. ARJR721 is being ridiculously generous. Carlos. And he's not getting what he deserves in here. Let me see. Alert box. Let me go to settings. Jairo! New Jack was crazy and was willing to make dudes just like him. And as Boricua, we all knew Invader did that to Bruiser. Jairo, I think you're talking about those ECW guys. Are you talking about that dude that like almost killed someone because he dropped them off like 100-foot thing? You know what? I'm so mad at myself, and I'll always regret that in a way. I feel like I really slept on ECW. And I think it was kind of hard for me to watch it as a kid because I don't think I had the channel real clear where ECW would come on. So maybe I wouldn't have been able to anyway. But I missed a lot of ECW when I was little. And I think those are the ECW guys, right? Or am I crazy? ARJR721 is Charles Sonnen. I just know it. Hey, those of you that were on the membership stream last night, remember I was talking about that fool? And his partner? And now this? There might just be legit too many members and not 10 people just to rip through and get. Okay, hold on. You're right. That makes me sad. That is a concern. That's something we got to figure out. Let me see. Animation. We are family. 'Cause I got all my homies with me. This is very frustrating. I mean, it's showing it's in here. I just played it. This is very frustrating. The alert box audio's on. How do I edit this? Wow. This is messed up. Wow. So let me say this for all the new members. We are family. 'Cause I got all my homies with me. That's what should have come on right now. For like 20 members. They just got memberships from ARJR721. They're skimping on us. And I don't know why this is happening. This is very, very frustrating. I want to say congratulations to Ayo, it's 17. Simple Jacket. Alejandro underscore 240. Kitty Pigeon. Wait a minute. Why is it? These. Oh my gosh. How is this even possible? When I was reading names, I started to read names from people earlier. It's only showing me the 3 new people. But ARJR721 just donated 10. So, is it still holding back on 7 of them till it finds 7 people to give them to? Are we truly running out of people to give memberships to? Wait a minute, what is happening? Remember earlier too, I said we had 427 members? And then he gave 10 more and it still says 427. And it's showing me there's 3 more at the bottom. AO at 17, Simple Jackie, Alejandro underscore 240. But it still only says 427. And there's 7 people unaccounted for. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so disco golf. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Now, I don't know if any of you responded to what I was asking earlier and I missed it, but let me tell you now. I said the first option, three reasons Conor McGregor fooled you. Everybody's laughing at the training footage, saying that he's slow, he's weak, it's sloppy, sluggish, it's embarrassing. The first way he fooled you, it could have been a strategy. He's doing some marketing. He's trying to fool all of you and his future opponent to think that he doesn't got it anymore so they could underestimate it, so he could bet on himself, make some money, come in there and shock the world. Number 2, the second reason Conor McGregor fooled you. He might not be slow and sluggish. He might not have lost his step. It might be, like I was just saying, what did you notice about the dude he was training with? Here's what I noticed. When I was watching that footage and the dude holding the pads kept calling stuff out, I could not understand what he was saying. And do you want to guess why that is? It's because that individual was not speaking English. I just spilled some green tea matcha lemonade all over my desk. And now I need to use my shirt to sop it up. Unfortunately, the shirt that I'm using is not the most spongeable shirt. Doesn't really have sponge-like qualities. You wouldn't call it sponge-worthy, if you will. That's a deep cut. The dude that was training with Conor McGregor and holding the pads did not speak English. I was sitting here watching the video and I couldn't even make out what the dude was saying. And I'm not the one on camera being expected to throw punches and kicks and combos. I couldn't even understand him. Imagine being in a gym, in a ring, camera on you, music blasting. There's this dude in front of you speaking a language you never heard of. Conor McGregor speaks Irish to begin with. It's already a mess. It's hard to understand your own language when you're Conor McGregor. Then he has this dude in front of him speaking something that I couldn't decipher. Conor McGregor has that set. You know how when people say action is quicker than reaction? Like the moment someone decides they're going to do something, you have that half a second delay where, okay, maybe you could counter, maybe you could react and respond, but you're always going to be a little behind because you're the one reacting to the action. That's basically what Conor McGregor was experiencing verbally. The dude was telling him what to do and he had to take a moment like, did he say, excuse me, I had to hiccup burp. And he said, did he say this or did he say that? And then you could tell the way Conor McGregor was throwing certain things out there. It wasn't like with full commitment. It was almost like if you're doing something halfway, like, is this what he even told me to do? So he wasn't fully putting everything he had behind it because he was hearing muffled. I think my internet just died. Here we go. Let me refresh this. Yes, Battle Cat. Yes, you got it. Conor McGregor couldn't understand what the dude was saying. It was like when the reindeer hunter, when the guy keep going, Mao, Mao. Imagine if you were in a ring with some dude in front of you shouting commands. Someone has a flip phone on you recording the music. You got Bad Bunny blaring out of the speakers. Bunch of Thai dudes running around. You don't know what's going on. And you just hear, and you're like, what? Okay, I'm going to throw a kick. I mean, I'm a fighter. There's only so many different. I only got 4 limbs. Yeah, okay, I'm going to throw elbow. I hope this fool doesn't get mad at me. Okay, I'm gonna throw a jab. Like, it seemed like he was second guessing everything. Like, he just knew he should do something. But he did. Like, have you ever interacted with someone where English wasn't their first language and you're kind of trying to meet them halfway? And you kind of are trying to piece together as a little collaboration what they're trying to say. And then you're like, you mean this? Or how about this? And then they're like, yeah. Or they're like, no. It was like that. It was very much that kind of vibe that was being expressed through the video. Yes, Guru says. So that's the second way he fooled you. And I know that it's very simple. I understand that. But I was watching the video and I'm like, bro, we got all these people clowning on him. Hey, I want to say thank you for all those emojis popping up. I think people are mad tapping their phones right now. All those emojis popping up, I see them and I love them. And that's got to do something good for the algorithm. That's got to do something good. So if you guys just want to, as a community, just spam your screens right now and just send those emojis of love through the, I love it. I love it. I could see them popping up right here through the chat and it makes me feel like I'm doing something right, you know? I'm a weak person that needs validation just by the nature of me being on YouTube in general. So when I see you doing something like that, it really helps my brain. But I thought it was very simple. I woke up to seeing a bunch of people laughing about it and talking about it on social media, and it was like, I don't understand how people aren't seeing what I'm seeing. There's a communication breakdown. There's a language barrier. Have you ever ordered something from a restaurant? And you say it and they're like, blah, 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 like whatever the language is. And you're like, and you're like trying to describe and they're like, oh, yeah, and you're like, yeah, sure. And then you're like, I'm going to find out when they bring the food what I got, I guess, because I'm not sure what happened right now. And I don't want to seem too racist. I think that's exactly what's he going to do? Is he going to stop? And he's trying to be the president of Ireland. He's got to practice some diplomacy. He's got to practice his professionalism. He's not going to be like, hey, brown dude. Hey, I don't know what you're saying, fool. What do you want me to do? He's not going to do that on camera. He's trying to get votes right now. He needs those brown votes. He's not going to get the white votes. The Irish people. What are they called? The Irish people. They don't even like him. He needs the brown vote. He's not going to disrespect him. The third reason Conor McGregor fooled you. Now this one, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel the strongest. And again, I thank you. I thank you for the hundreds. I thank you for keeping it 100. I thank you for the hearts. I thank you for the laughing faces. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm on TikTok right now. I didn't even know that YouTube does this. Thank you. That's got to help the algorithm. The third reason Conor McGregor fooled you, and I think I feel the strongest about this one for real. We saw the haircut. He got the haircut. Like what, a week ago? Now, I'm going to let you get ahead of me a little bit because I want to take a sip of my green tea potion. But what do you think I'm going to say? What could be the third and final way that Conor McGregor fooled you? What could I be about to say in relation to the haircut that he just recently got? What could be going on right here in the way that he fooled you? And everybody thought this wasn't something that we thought it was. What would it have to do with his haircut? I'm going to give you 10 more seconds because I was good. Billy the Kid. Settlement. Okay. I'm eating sopa de coditos. Oh, bro. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I got 2 words for you. I got 2 words for you. I got 2 words for you. Beto, you got the closest. Beto and Turkey's Nest. If you guys got together and had an illegitimate love child, you got it. You got it. You hit it right on the ultrasound. What? I believe that he is preparing to do a what's it called? A biopic of Chocolate Down. I think he has already carved out a spot for himself in Hollywood. Look at all the stuff that people hate on Conor McGregor for, all the stuff that they get mad at him for, all the allegations, the fighting, hitting civilians, treating people bad, treating fans bad, inappropriate relations and interactions with ladies, having extracurricular, extramarital, intramural relationships with people that he shouldn't be involved with. Marilena just ruined my train of thought. She sent me a message and she's like, "Don't read this right now." Bro, who's not gonna read it right now? You see what I'm dealing with? I'm so mad. What the heck was I saying? Oh, now I remember. So, all the stuff that we don't like Conor McGregor for, all the extra relationships, hurting his family, abusing his family, neglecting his family, treating all these people bad, abusing people, assaulting people, all these things that we dislike him for. That is basically the kind of stuff that you have to do and be like to be embraced in the Hollywood bubble. All these things that he does are the kind of things that get him praise within those circles. And it aligns perfectly with people talking very recently about the things that he was doing being a humiliation ritual. He did that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. And it was like, cool. It was... Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have still not seen what's it called? Not Fight Club. Roadhouse. I still haven't seen it. And I'm annoyed and I'm frustrated because what I do in this community, I have no excuse. I should have seen it by now. That's me not doing my homework and not knowing my culture. I should have seen it by now. But him being in there, here's what I've heard. That it wasn't the greatest thing ever, and in certain moments it was kind of corny, but in general, action movie fans and fight fans basically liked it. Now, let me remind you, the things that made early Steven Seagal, early Van Damme movies, early Michael J. Fox movies, they had that element of corniness, of cheesiness, and that was part of the charm. It made it amazing. They tried to make them too perfect and overproduced and CGI'd and mainstream now. They lose their charm. They lose what we loved about them. So everything I've ever heard about Roadhouse, I could write off the negativity. Because if people are like, oh, it's kind of corny, kind of cheesy. Oh, well then shut up, because it's supposed to be like that. I want my action flicks to be corny. That's how they're supposed to be. That's how you know you did it right. So what I'm saying is I think he made his breakthrough. I think he made his debut. I think he came on there with Jake Gyllenhaal, and they're like, okay, we see the chops, okay. However, it's like when you let someone do their debut album. Okay, you got a voice. People paid attention. People bought it. However, you want to be an icon now? You want to be a mogul? You want that multi-generational wealth? You want to be a superstar? Well, now, you got to make a music video like Lil Nas X. Now you got to have a humiliation ritual. Now you got to do some funky stuff so you could come back with your sophomore album. And we've been seeing these weird, wild, wacky photos from Conor McGregor. And look it, I will cite the source. I ain't going to be like Charles Sonnen. I will even cite him. I'll even show that kind of respect because that's a reflection of me, not Charles Sonnen. Charles Sonnen had this take where it was showing Conor McGregor out on that chair hugging that lady, and everyone was kind of making fun of her and stuff. And it was showing him in different situations, and it was showing people around. And Charlie kept saying, this doesn't look like a real life social setting. This almost looks like a set. It looks fake. It looks like he's posing with this lady. And the people around look like grips. They look like They don't look like they're in a casual social kind of setting where they're like friends, they're hanging out, they're smiling, they're having a good time, they're chopping it up. They look like they're there to do a job. Like they're on set. And I thought, you know what? Even a broken Chael is right. Out of the 2 videos out of the 35 videos he uploads a day. Even a broken Chael, I got to give it to him. And the only reason I bring this to you is because it made sense to me when I looked at those photos. I saw it. And now I'm piecing together those different photos that I saw of him that were like, you know what? It does look like that. Now I'm piecing that together with the haircut. Chuck Liddell. And now I'm piecing that haircut together with those photos, in those settings, with those people, with that lady that makes no sense. Now I'm piecing that together with this training footage. And he's fighting like Chuck Liddell. He's training and throwing kicks and punches like if he's underwater. Which I always thought Chuck Liddell was appropriately named, the Iceman. He kind of fights like Austin Powers when he's just getting thawed out, when he's just getting out of the ice. That's how you would expect a dude to move that was an Iceman, like Encino Man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would expect a dude to move that was in ice for decades upon decades and is just now getting thawed out and trying to get his circulation back in order. And that's how Conor McGregor was moving, like an Iceman. And when you piece together Roadhouse and the success he had there and the way that was embraced for what it was, for the genre that it was, Jake Gyllenhaal giving him all the praises, and Jake Gyllenhaal vouched for him. Jake Gyllenhaal was there by his side, just mobbing with him, sitting by him at the UFC events, in the midst of Conor McGregor having all these embarrassing legal problems, allegations. I remember it was like in the midst of some heavy stuff. I can't remember what event it was, but it was like some serious stuff. I think it was like fresh when that stuff happened with the girl on the boat, on the yacht and stuff. And he supposedly teeped her off the thing and was threatening her and all that. And that weekend there was an event and him and Jake Gyllenhaal were like, yeah, when it cut to them at a UFC event. Jake Gyllenhaal vouched in Hollywood. Within Hollywood, Jake Gyllenhaal vouched. Jake Gyllenhaal vouched for Conor McGregor. Like Al Pacino vouched for Donnie Brasco. So that fool did Roadhouse. Jake Gyllenhaal vouched for him. Then he does his humiliation ritual, which seems to be, I don't know if that's ever going to end. He might have to do the humiliation. I feel like Conor McGregor has been doing a humiliation ritual for like 10 years now. Then he's seen in these photos on set. Looks like he's in a production. Looks like he's doing a movie. Then he gets the haircut. Then he's doing this trade. It's part two. It's part two of his movie career. It's the biopic of the Iceman Chuck Liddell. Slow, sluggish, thawing out, late reaction time. Now, if we see a dude walking around, looking like a young Tito Ortiz. Now, Conor McGregor's older than Liddell was when he went through that prime period, wasn't he? So I don't know if it could, like, who could even pull off Tito Ortiz at this point? I could see Tito Ortiz wanting to play himself. Tito Ortiz is a very meta individual like that. I could absolutely see that. But that's what I bring to you today. That's what I come to you with. I think there's three possible ways that Conor McGregor fooled you. I think it's a strategy. I think he either released that footage so that he could be underestimated and come in and shock the world. I think it's because he simply couldn't understand the trainer. There was a language barrier, and I couldn't even understand what the dude was saying. So how could he know with great reaction time what to do when he couldn't even understand the dude? And number three, I think he's possibly being in a movie. I think he's training to look and move and act like Chuck Liddell. And maybe, oh my goodness, what if this whole time that Conor McGregor was being a psychopath and being all coked out and doing all this crazy stuff? What if he's just a method actor? What if he's just a method actor and he was doing exactly what Chuck Liddell was doing? What if Conor McGregor's actually like a Mormon, like behind the scenes, and he's like super clean, never took a sip in his life or anything like that, and he was only doing this for the role? He was only being promiscuous. He was only stepping out on his family. He was only assaulting civilians. He was only doing lines. It was only because he's a method actor. He's just committed to the job. He's married. It's the love of the game. He's married to the game. And we're out here hating. We're judging him. And this fool's just out here. He's just out here like Robert De Niro. And I'm not trying to imply that he's a child trafficker when I say that. That's not what I mean. I only say Robert De Niro because I couldn't remember the dude's name that always gets cited and applauded for being such a ridiculous method actor. What's the dude's name? Isn't he the one that was in There Will Be Blood? Where he's like, I've abandoned my boy. What's his name? There's a dude that always gets credited for that, and I couldn't think of his name off the beanie. A meth actor. Andy Kaufman. What's the dude's name? Chales on his topic tomorrow. Breaking news, Conor method acting. Daniel Day-Lewis. Thank you, Grusis. Thank you, Turkey's Nest. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mike Lang. Mike Lang in the chat. Remember the Lang. Thank you, Billy the Kidder. Conor McGregor went full Daniel Day-Lewis. And we're in here judging him. And now I just realized that it is some of the most intense, over-the-top dedication I've ever seen in my life. Ever. And we have to respect the work. We have to. Hating on Conor McGregor's method acting and the dedication and commitment to the work is just like people hating on Jake Paul. And the commitment and the dedication and the work he's put in for the sport of boxing. How can you deny it? How can you deny it? You could not like somebody, but are you going to deny the work? Marlon Brando, man. Anyway, that's my take. My 3 potential reasons. That's my take. He went Tropic Thunder. Let me see if the members ever showed up on here because I'd really like to shout them out. Okay, I'm angry. I'm filled with anger right now. I don't know what to do here. I'm very, very frustrated, and I don't know if it's going to take, and I don't know how to respond to this. I don't know what's going on right now. This is very, very frustrating. I don't know why it would be taking this long to refresh. Earlier, it did not. Earlier, as soon as there was members, I clicked on it, and it was there. So this doesn't make any sense. Wow. Wow. You know what's kind of scary though? There's 137 members who have actively opted in to have recurring memberships, and 290 of them are gifted. So the 137 are gonna keep recurring as long as people keep re-upping, and 290 of them is a limited time. What is it, a month? So I just gotta get people to keep re-upping. I gotta make it worth it. I gotta make sure they're getting that members content that they want to come back for. Oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta live up to it. I gotta live up to the hype. Barashiba, it might be the UFC's fault. It might be Conor's fault. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Conor McGregor put the UFC in a position that made them never want to make superstars anymore because they gave them too much power. So now the UFC is hesitant to make superstars. So it's like we're still clinging on to the ones that are fading out now. And I feel like a lot of people say it, that there will never be another Conor McGregor. I've heard a lot of MMA talking heads say that. And it's not because no one will ever be better than him. Because he's already phased out. He didn't evolve. He didn't keep up. And even his trash talk, even what he's best at, was never as good as Charles Sonnen's. And I'm going to keep it real. It wasn't. As much as I don't see eye to eye with Charles Sonnen, even the thing that Conor McGregor is best at, he was never even as good as Charles Sonnen. But people are still talking about him because of the impact that he left, and now the UFC is refusing to allow there to be other Conor McGregors. I've had a lot of fun in this stream. Guru Sis, I'm glad you feel the same way. I right off the bat, I felt like very high energy, and I was feeling really good in this stream. So I'm glad you felt similarly. They have a triple Western bacon cheeseburger now, bro. As apparently there's like 3 different people that want to buy my house, and they told their agent, so things are moving forward. And as soon as I saw the house, I'm gonna go get one. In the meantime, I gotta save up every penny for back to school shopping, which I completely forgot about and didn't account for. But that's okay. It's always been okay. It's never not been okay. Eventually. I mean, the single Western is also good. It's not bad, but I would like to put 3 of them on top of each other. Bro, I used to love Dr. Pepper when I was a little kid. It was my favorite, and then I went hard on Pepsi. But hey, I've been having a lot of Dr. Pepper again. It's coming back around. I mean, I let it speak for itself the other day. The last time I went to Save Mart, I got 2 12-packs of Dr. Pepper. I've been binging. El Tronado, what's up, man? My man lost the fight after tapping and said that he thought the judges would count out. I love that video. Oh man, the way he said it with a straight face, man. Um, Not really unadapted. This isn't an area like that. Nah, it's not. Um, it's actually a pretty like it's like full of like a bunch of old people. Um, and I think they're keeping it that way for the most part. It's not really like that kind of area where I live that would even have the potential to get gentrified. Honestly, I don't think so. um, that's what I'm saying, Ryan Doyle. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. That DJ Tillashaw is starting a narrative, and now Michael Bisping's pushing it. I appreciate you, DMG MMA. Thank you. 23 flavors. Bro, when I went to Texas, when I went to Dallas, there was a little area. We were in the Fort Worth area, Dallas. We went to Waco. I think it was Waco. There was like a part specifically that they were like, this is where it came from. And we made sure to have a lot of Dr. Pepper. And I was like, I feel like it tastes the same. Because they kept telling us on the tours and everything, it's the best here. And I had some, I was like, I'm pretty much it tastes the same. I'm pretty sure it tastes the same. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'm a kidney stone denier. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a kidney stone denier. Like if I haven't had them yet, I've drank all the soda. Hey, Chrissy J, what's happening? What happened? You're a member in the Mexican martial arts family. How are you having a bad day? What happened? Yeah, Michael Bisping's channel is saying what other people said. That's what his channel is built on. What's a kidney stone? Kidney stone. Kidney stone. You remember that? Kidney stone. Kidney stone. If Wilson Mitchell moves into your neighborhood, it's getting gentrified. What was I gonna say? Somebody reminded me of something right now. Not in a while, Guru Sis, unfortunately. But when I saw that house, I was really telling Marilena, I need to get involved with something. I need to be active. I need to move around. I need to do something because I think it's good. It's good for people to do that. It's healthy. So I did a lot in the past, quite a bit, but not lately. And I miss it. Have you seen Dana White goes thug life on MMA Reporter? No, I have not. Let me see. When it gets improved at all, and how is the loss in your contract with the UFC? Do you have any thoughts about joining a lawsuit by Rob Macy? I've never seen that. Wait, how did I not see that? I've seen this press conference. I guess I don't remember. He just quintuple down. He just shut up, sit down, shut up, sit down, shut up. I had to have seen that because I've seen that. I guess I forgot. Yeah, I appreciate you, Carlos. Thank you. I don't know how, because I did not. I feel like a broken record because I feel like every day I tell you I didn't have a great day. That's just life, right? Who came in here today that had a great day? You know, I'm not unique. How long before we get you on ESPN's analyst desk? I don't know if they would ever have me. I'm not gonna stick to the script. I'll tell you that much. I tell you that much. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Someone just left me a comment on the stream from last night. My wife's, it's from KIKMN674. My wife, which is ironic because I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know if me being live right now is making the algorithm push other videos right now at this moment, because I'm getting comments right now. I literally just got a comment from Kitty Pigeon on one of my member videos. Are you still here, Kitty Pigeon? Kitty Pigeon was here and then took off to watch members only videos. KIKMN674, instead of watching this live stream right now, is watching the stream from last night. And 7 minutes ago said, my wife says she hates when I listening to you. I'm reading it verbatim. My wife says she hates when I listening to you. I put your streams on randomly. She said, this guy is not allowed to play in my house. His voice is annoying and I can't stand him. How does that feel, baby? I said, Chale sonin. How does that feel, baby? I gotta change my voice. Oh my gosh, I gotta leave this guy a comment. And then Kitty Pigeon said I really like it on one of my songs on the membership. One of my favorite songs of all time on a cover I did of a Willie Nelson song. All right. Look it. I'm gonna dip out right now because I got some people in the house that are doing some stuff very, 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 very early in the morning, and I know I'm keeping people awake. So I'm gonna go do what I gotta do right now. Participate, be a part of the family unit, be up early. I'm telling you guys, listen to me. I'm gonna get up early. I'm excited right now. Like, you don't even understand how much I love running. I love running. It just does something to my brain. It must be like what people feel like when they take certain kinds of medication. I don't know. But I get it naturally when I run. I'm going to go running. I'm going to get that dopamine packed up in this beanie real nice and tight. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to be making shorts. I'm going to put them on all the platforms. I'm going to get my stream ready. I'm going to plan the public stream. I'm going to do the member stream. We're going. Tarinto, she can't handle the truth, Grandmaster. I love it. I love that he had the bravery to come on here and say what needed to be said. I don't know if she reads his comments. Hopefully he doesn't get in trouble. She can't handle it, though. She can't handle it. I hope the dude is safe out there. ARJR721. This stream is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I gotta get some sleep. Gotta get up in 3 hours. I'm sorry, bro. Oh my gosh. Love you guys. To the new members, welcome to the family. Good night, Dojo. We are family. Because ARJR721 brought all you to the family. Thank you, ARJR721. We're signing off right now anyway. We're signing off right now. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to get to sleep at a reasonable time. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to put that work in for you. Thank you, Cody Chapman. Thank you for being here. You guys be safe out there. Have good rest. Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. I'm going to be putting that work in for you. When you don't see me, you know what I'm doing. And we're going to be back here tomorrow. We're going to be don't wait for the notification. You know YouTube's not going to tell you. So just come back to the channel. You're going to see a short. You might see a long video. I don't know. You can see a stream. Just come back. Just come back. And I'll be here. Thank you for watching.